Gemini, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. And this is an energy reading, so please take it where and how it resonates in your life. It's your message. And if you're not a Gemini and this popped up on your feed, it is absolutely your message. It would not show up unless it was. It always shows up at just the right time. And this is where your message begins. This is the first card that popped out. So there's an aha, there's a clarity, there's a hard-won battle. So you struggled for this. You got some cuts and bruises, but here you are, victorious. Victorious over something that really tore the Mickey out of you, right? This is good news. And then we have Four of Cups. So suddenly there's clarity around a circumstance that you could not make a decision for, or somebody, or you were waiting for a decision, and now there's clarity around it. It could be out toward the full moon. About a month from now. About a month from now, or 3 weeks from now, there's going to be another full moon. There was just a full moon on the 5th, and now we're at like the 11th or the 12th or something like that. So ultimately you're good. You're good about a month out, but there's clarity about a question or an indecision. And then we have you're lucky. Good on you. Things are working out your way. Wheel of Fortune. The wheel keeps rolling. It's almost like you suddenly realize why you suddenly realize that you shouldn't decide too quickly, that you should take your time to make the decision, that like feel this out and allow yourself to explore, how do I really feel about these things? And then Four of Swords is more contemplative energy, truce. So tying up loose ends. Before somebody makes a decision here, they want to tie up loose ends. No, they don't want to tie up loose ends. They want to see what is most profitable or most fortuitous for them. That is why somebody, I'm telling you, 2 minutes in, that is why somebody is stalling. They want to see if there's better options out there. And it's either you that's stalling, and I've just announced it to the cross watchers, or it's somebody that you're dealing with, which I think is more likely. Somebody that you're dealing with, maybe you haven't heard back from that job interview. Maybe you haven't heard back from that person on the dating app. They are hedging their options. That is what they're doing. They're looking to see what the better option is, but at the same time, trying to keep things open and go smooth and take it easy. Now that's actually, to be honest with you, it's kind of a thing to do. It's like that's what applying for a role is. That's what dating is, but that's why you haven't heard back yet, or why the answer hasn't come that quickly. They are still taking applications. And then we have 10 of Wands. There's a lot of burdens that are building up. Maybe somebody is also taking on too much responsibility or taking on too much, in which case that's their lesson to learn, unless of course it's you taking on too much. So a lot of times we try to juggle, but we outwit ourselves, and we think, oh, I can juggle, I can keep 5 balls in the air, and I can't. I can barely keep 3. So there does seem to be a burden that is wearing somebody down now. Once again, if this isn't you, and this is just telling on whoever you've been waiting on, that's their issue. That's their problem. It's not yours. We have some more cards that came out as well, which we have 3 of Swords, which is heartbreak, big disappointment and pain. And the Hierophant, which is, it's almost like, which is marriage, could have something to do with a marriage, or somebody made promises, or somebody made a commitment, and there's heartbreak around it. There could also be a broken marriage. Somebody could still be in the middle of a marriage, even though it's a troublesome one. And then we have 8 of Wands, really quick. It's like somebody was kind of stuck in something heartbroken, or somebody was stuck in heartbreak. And so now they're putting their feelers out. They're going really, really quickly. They jumped into something really quickly. But at the same time, it doesn't mean they're ready to make choices. It looks like, in the most innocuous way, you're dealing with somebody who just wants to play the field and isn't really looking to actually make a choice. If this is about a job or something, they're taking applications. It could be taking applications just to see who's out there, just to see if anybody responds, just to take applications, or to, this is the big scam that's all over LinkedIn and Indeed now, just to take in your data and then be able to sell gobs of data sheets to people who would buy it from them. Yes, that is happening. That is going on. I got, in my day job, I asked somebody, because of course I have a professional LinkedIn profile, and on my day job, I had taken a sales call, and I said, sir, if you don't mind, because he was a nice person, I was like, sir, if you don't mind, can you tell me, where did you get my contact information from? Because it's my cell phone. It's not like it's publicly listed. And they said, oh, LinkedIn. I was like, what? Yeah, LinkedIn sells data on people. And I'm like, well, that's not why I signed up there. I signed up there as professional networking. But there it is. So it could very well be that people are just trying to collect and they went into something very quickly. They're just wanting to see where everything lands and to see if they like it or not. There's not necessarily an intent to buy. It's like, maybe this is a good time, and this is a very good time because Mercury is in retrograde. You are a Gemini, so you would be especially impacted by this. If you're looking to buy a house, not the best time to buy. Great time to look. And I'll tell you why. Mercury retrograde is a great time not to sign contracts, but to explore options. Because if there's anything that's going to go wrong, it's in a Mercury retrograde. And that's not just with all the paperwork, and that will be more of a hassle and more of a pain in the ass for you. But if there's going to be something that malfunctions on the house, it's much more likely to happen during a Mercury retrograde. And as a buyer, you absolutely want to know that. As a seller, y'all better be for real. If you rushed your house onto the market, Mercury retrograde will expose anything and everything you did not take care of. And that, if you're not upfront about it, could take even more off the value of the home. Just an FYI, just to let you guys know. So it's almost like somebody is putting themselves out there to see and to play the field. They're not necessarily in the market to buy right now. And it is not a good market to buy in because it is a Mercury retrograde, but it is a good market to shop in because it is a Mercury retrograde. That is a naturally contemplative energy. I feel like this energy is perfect, Gemini, or whoever's watching. I feel like this energy is perfect because it's saying, good on you for shopping around. Good on you for putting yourself out there. This is a great time to look and see and see the underpinnings and the underbelly and maybe what's absolutely malfunctioning. This is a good time to do that. If something is misfiring or there's miscommunication, this is actually a really good time for dating too. Because if you can, once again, not a great time to commit, but a great time to date. Because if you can get to know each other and understand each other's language during a Mercury retrograde, you'll see if somebody has patience. You'll see if somebody's compassionate. You'll see if somebody has understanding. You see if they're flexible or malleable. If they have a very brittle or bristly energy to them, they don't like change, they get really super upset when anything doesn't go their way. This is more likely to happen during a Mercury retrograde, and that will expose some character traits that you may not want to deal with. So I highly recommend you using this energy. See, that's what I'm saying. It's a great, in other words, shopping around is going to give you all the ahas and the victory that you need to actually choose what is right as you, over the next 4 weeks, as you contemplate this, because it will show all the pressure points. It will expose them. It'll show you what outcome or what detriment they will cause, and it'll make you make a much better decision. So it's definitely time to shop around. I don't know why y'all needed to hear that, but I'm glad you were here to hear it. Let's get a moon card. Ooh, let's get a moon card. Adjustments are required, and look at the bigger picture. Interesting. Adjustments are required, and yeah, that's actually beautiful energy. This sense of forget about just your mind right now. This is a great time for your emotions. It's basically saying be prepared for your feelings to change. Don't expect them to, but be prepared for them to change. Because as stuff starts to churn and come out, and you start experiencing things that you didn't expect, you will start to change your mind about things, and your mind will change your feelings. So adjustments are required with regards to something you didn't know as much as you thought you knew. So you're gonna have to change how you feel about it, or make room to change how you feel about it. Zoom out. Don't take it so personally. Remain objective. Also, when this energy comes up, it's usually, so Sagittarius energy is directly opposite from Gemini energy. So do the opposite of what you normally would do. This is an energy of zoom out. Don't look at the details. Look at the big picture, because details somebody might be able to distract you with during a Mercury retrograde. But zoom out, because remember, Sagittarius is not ruled by Mercury. Is Jupiter in retrograde? I'm asking you. I should know this. I don't think so. I don't think so, no. So it's better than to tap into that opposite energy. Zoom out. There's some sort of big picture here that you need to kind of like allow or enable your whole self to take in. That's going to give you the better perspective. And I think that that's what somebody with, like, that's a whole reading so far is suggesting, that is like, don't get yourself trapped into the singular mindset or into the little tiny details. It's better to zoom out and look at the whole picture. You might actually change your feelings for something, or your interest in something might change because you do. So that's kind of like cueing you into like hint. You might want to zoom out a little bit. Look wider. This is also the energy of spread your net out wider, right? Don't just go to your hometown. Like maybe look cross state, or look remote position if you're looking for work, or international, right? It's like, look for opportunities outside of your comfort zone. You want to cast a larger net now, a wider net. When you cast a wider net, you're going to be able to catch something good, like follow the metaphor, in a way that you would not be able to catch it. I think the big warning, if there's any really warning here, is the devil is in the details right now, but usually that expression means that pay attention to the details. No, it's almost like the trap is in the details right now. And it's a trap because the details are all discombobulated because Mercury is in retrograde. Zoom out. The bigger picture is not in retrograde. The bigger picture will give you a clarity that you need. Cast that net wide also, so that you can, there you go. Find something that's actually worthwhile and not get stuck in your comfort zone. If you are dating in the dating pool of your hometown, you better cast that net wider. You're not going to find what you want, or you're going to be settling if you don't cast the net wider. But if you do, this is all saying keep your mind open. Don't settle on something right now. Keep looking and stay on the market. This is victory and success. Come out. Let people know what you're doing. Announce something. Don't announce a commitment, but announce, hey, let it be seen. Let it be known. Be okay. This is almost like This is on the up and up. Nobody's trying to hide that they're dating multiple people, or nobody's trying to hide, or just so that you know, don't try to hide that you're dating multiple people. Be open and honest about all of the things that you're doing right now. You don't have to give somebody a rundown, but to say that there's nothing to hide. It's also happy news that something will absolutely work out for you if you cast that wider net or keep your mind open. We have 7 of Wands, which is don't give up, and persistence. Persistence is another suggestion for you now, because maybe things can be a lot more frustrating, but it's like, don't give up. We have the universe here, and we have the Lovers. That's you. You're about to end a chapter in your life. You're about to complete a cycle, and it's going to be very fulfilling to you. It's also, once again, trying to entice you to get yourself out there into the world. Apply who you are to the world. Great time to travel. Great time to explore. Great time to learn. Absolutely. I mean, it's like hands down. Great time to broaden your horizons. It's also a good time to start something new. We have the Lovers here. It could be a new situation, new relationship, or just, I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's a commitment of any kind. I think it's looking to see what's out there. But this will also be very fulfilling to you. That's what it's saying, because the World's card is all about fulfillment and really being your full true self, living up to your full potential, is to cast this net wide and sort of take on this Sagittarian curiosity right now. Let's see where we're headed. There's a lot of implication of travel or movement. So let's see where we're headed. Hold on. I'm not confident that that's what it, hold on. 2 cards spilled out, but I'm not confident that that's what it was. There's something, a lot in the past. Why are these angel messages coming up in the past? There's something that you celebrated right here. This is so far in the past. This is a long time ago. This could be unnecessary worries, something that you didn't know enough about to worry about or concern yourself with. And then we have control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. It's almost like in some level, somebody was too lackadaisical at one point, didn't know what to be worried about or what to concern themselves with. And then we have ceremonies and celebrations. It's a time of important life passages such as weddings, birthdays, graduations, or anniversaries. But this is in the past. This is almost like getting back to a simpler time when you were stress-free. Like getting back to a time when you were devil may care. It could be your teenage years. It could be a past lifetime, because this is unnecessary work. It's almost like you didn't know at one point in your life everything that you were going to face. And now there's a sentiment of, don't allow, it's like something changed you or your mentality. Don't allow the hardships to control or dictate who you are. Finding your authentic self again and letting the hardships worry themselves. Let's go to the extended. Link is down below. I will see you guys there, but subscribe here first. Give it a thumbs up, and then I'll see you in the extended.